Hi there guys, this is another of these videos where I'm just trying something for the hell of it. A friend of mine lent me the Keeley Monterey, and it's a killer pedal. Now, I've already done a video on the dark side, which is another of these kind of multi-effects, well, multiple effects in a box, not really a multi-effects sort of situation from Keeley. Now that one I like the sounds of, but I thought it wasn't over practical because of the type of effects that are in the box. So the thing that I said in the video was basically that because it had a delay and a fuzz, it wasn't possible to get them both in their best position, shall we say, in your signal path. Obviously, you can run a delay into a dirty amp, but a lot of players would choose to run it into a clean amp. And with a fuzz, you would likely want to run some amount of gain on your amp. Well, it wasn't possible to run 4-cable method. The effects in this one actually make a lot more sense to me, in that you can run all of them into the front end of an amp and into the front end of a dirty amp if you wanted, thus making the fuzz more usable. I think it's a killer sounding pedal actually. I'd probably prefer the Leslie sound than the dark side on a faster rate, but apart from that, all the effects in here sound great. And if you work out what the overall price would be for all of the individual effects, this makes a hell of a lot of sense, particularly if you can get hold of it used. If you work out how much everything would cost and how much it drops in value, this makes a lot of sense at 120 quid. I've seen some maybe go 150, but I've seen some less than that as well. And they are good quality sounds. You could go low end with all of these things. You could go cheap Chinese import brands. But honestly, things like the Leslie, they're going to sound quite ropey when you go for budget options, whereas this sounds great. You have an expression pedal on this, and I didn't demonstrate that in my intro jam because my expression pedal goes backwards. For some reason, the full treble position is full bass position, and my brain just couldn't cope with that, so I chose not to try and play that way. The wire in here sounds okay. I prefer the auto wire to using it as a standard wire. I think there are better sounding standard wires if you're going to use the expression, but the auto wire is pretty cool, pretty funky sounding. There'll doubtless be some isolated examples in this video somewhere. I can't remember what the hell I recorded. It's been so long since I actually recorded the audio bit of this video. But there'll be something in here to show these effects individually. The name is the sort of strange one for me because when I first saw it, I kind of thought it was a bit gimmicky, you know, like this Hendrix in a box situation, which of course it wouldn't be unless you had some sort of plexi bass and a Strat. You know, I'm running a clean transistor amp, the DV Mark GH250 back here, and humbuckers, so I'm starting so far away from where Hendrix was, you're not going to get one pedal that you just plug in and it immediately sounds like Jimi. Of course, everyone's going to be screaming, it's all in the fingers. Yeah, because Jimi would have sounded exactly the same to a Roland Jazz chorus, you plonkers. You obviously have to have something near the starting point in order for a fuzz to work anywhere near the same. So, yeah, it's not just a one-stop shop to Jimi, but I also think that the name kind of pigeonholes it a little bit, and you know, you're probably better off thinking of it as a tool pedal. There's multiple modulations and a fuzz in one enclosure. Quite practical and quite good value for money if you can find it used. Alright, thanks for watching guys. I'll see you next time. Later.